Hey Vikings, so this is episode 4 in the post-jump series. Quite a bit has happened since last episode. We had our first clan influencing event, so I went ahead and went crazy with that. So I took Palace to 25, went through into the invader tree, and maxed everything out up to invader level 5. I'm not going to bother hitting level 5 and 6 invaders, I'm just going to go straight to Ubers. And since there's nothing else in here that affects attacking Ubers, I didn't bother going any further past that, but all of this stuff is completely maxed out. So I'll be hitting Ubers here pretty soon, starting to pick up that invader gear. Also updated some of the other knowledge, a little bit more in military, specifically killers. I'm planning on going heavy killer, so worked on that. And then a little more in the training. Love speed, so got that, and then some training speed. We have a training speed event about to start, so I went ahead and bumped that up a little bit as well. Got the resource points mostly up to 21. I'm doing those a little bit slowly. There is a reason for that. Basically, I'm trying to maximize the time reduction. So what I've been doing is I just passed construction. I'll use a 10-minute 35% speed up, and I'll queue up level 21 on these two things. Wait until almost the end of the 10 minutes, just kind of get as many helps as I can, and then I'll finish those and I'll queue up level 20 or 2 level 25 buildings, because these are 3 to 4 weeks starting out. And by doing that, I can just sit and wait. I'm not rushed by that construction boost anymore, so I can get the full 29 help clicks on it. This week wasn't quite as exciting in terms of combat, but we did have one guy that was hitting our players, and he let his shield fall. So I went over and sent a scout in. So he had over 1 billion resources. I was not expecting this next portion though. So another emphasis on why troop influence is fake influence, and your hero's gear, and knowledge is what really matters. 114k tier 5, killed 500k tier 6, and I lost 10k, 9k. Yeah, so then cleared out a city, which there wasn't much here at that point. And then the rest of the resources. I didn't finish off the rest of his scouts, but someone went in later. I think he had like 11 million influence after all was said and done, which is pretty rough. So bank offers are great, but make sure you're focusing on knowledge and hero. Outside of that, started working on the secondary accounts. This one will actually be a full account. It has enough to be useful as more than just a hyper farm. But I got everything up here, 21, and working on the 21 manners at the moment. And this account started working on the lumber mills. Honestly, with all the clicking over the day or so, I just couldn't do any more. Ran out of time, so it's part way through, but it has a little ways to go. I did something else with this account. It's a little unusual. We have the troop training and lust for power competition starting shortly. And looking through this, so 108 million points for the first bubble. You get 3.8 million points for a tier 6 invader, almost nothing for yielding resources, and not a ton for training troops. I'm probably just going to be training tier 1 warriors. I'm going to try to get about 500,000 to 1 million of each of the tier 1s on my main account. That's not going to provide a whole lot of points either. So it's pretty much all from killing enemy troops and high-level enemy troops. So because we're in a fairly high league, and we have a lot of players still coming into the clan who haven't really gotten any gold because the other clans on the server are not really in great shape, I wanted to make sure that we're able to hit a few of these bubbles just so we can at least get shields up. So what I did with this account, this one had Megafax, so I was able to buy, I ended up buying 3 offers. I bought the resource one that's completely crazy and ridiculous, where you get 3 billion of each resource, so 12,000 times 250,000. And then I bought a stronghold boost set, which gave like 80, 90 days stronghold boosts or so. And then I bought, and all these 3 packs were all for $10 each. And then for $10 I also bought Riders of Fenrir or whatever, the tier 6 cavalry, 200,000 of those. And what I'm going to do when the event's getting, sometime during the event, this account is going to drop clan, and it's going to send those troops without a hero to a resource tile, and my main account is going to wipe them. So that will give us enough points to at least hit the first 4 or 5 bubbles. Well, 4 for sure, and it'll get us pretty far into the 5th one. I debated doing that for a while, but it's $10, and we have 90 something players in here right now, so $10 for each player to get all of these, that's pretty decent. So as far as the server goes, everything's still in pretty good shape. We're top influenced by about 2.5 times the next highest clan, and we're still increasing pretty rapidly. I've been trying to get some of the smaller English-speaking clans to consolidate. Right now, most of them are around 50 members with about 35 or so active, and being in a situation like that means that their players are more likely to quit the game. They're not getting a lot of gold, they're not getting a lot of boosts, which means their account isn't really growing. There's not as much social interaction or people to answer questions, so there's that's not really a good situation. But everyone wants to be a clan leader, so I can pull new players into our clan, but I can't get them elsewhere, and there's not enough space for everyone here. So that's kind of where we are now. And lastly, before we wrap it up for the week, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the boost situation is like for this account after moving up so much. We'll go to my influence real quick. So before, I think I was like 80 or 90% troops just from the mega packs, but moving the knowledge up a little bit and building up a little bit, and hero went up a couple levels, so slowly getting there. But yeah, the boost, I never clicked the right tab first. So as you can see, there's still a huge number in the 1 to 15 hour range, starting to get a little lower here. Ran out of 15-day and 7-day boosts, and the 3-day boosts are getting a little bit short. But I think there's still enough to finish out a lot of the early military knowledge and get in a good spot for the first CVC/KVK. And I'll also start spending probably again here shortly on this account.